Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special edition, Top Rope Tuesday, BTR, Beyond the Ropes. I'm Retro Relapse. I can do this in person because this right here is Randizzle, aka Randy. Woo! And here we are on a special Top Rope Tuesday. What are we doing here today? We have no clue, but we're here to talk to you and just shoot the shit about wrestling. We're just going to shoot it off the hip.
No plans, no script, just literally off the top of our heads.
Off the top of our head, son of a bitch.
Did you know what? Let me start off real hot. Did you watch Triplemania?
Oh man, AAA Triplemania was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I'm not going to oversell it because there's a lot of people that don't watch lucha wrestling, let alone coming from Mexico style wrestling, because they have different rules on certain things, and Triplemania is being WWE washed. So it was very entertaining to say the least. If you like just the spectacle of watching people just wrestle and have fun, they really pushed out. They really showed out. I thought it was awesome.
It was a great opportunity for a lot of WWE wrestlers and AAA wrestlers to get some limelight on them, to kind of give the Mexican fans in Mexico City, some big names to cheer for. You didn't have Natalia, you had Natty.
Yeah, Natty.
You didn't have Finn Balor. You had El Demonito.
Oh man, that was something.
Right? You had Iguana Man, super fucking over.
Oh yeah.
Did you fucking see La Parca's fucking entrance at the fucking dude?
Yes.
It's not LA Park. It's not the original La Parca. It's the new La Parca. And that was fucking cool. Almost made his return. Mm-hmm. You got Micro Man. Mm-hmm. You had Dom Mysterio. Mm-hmm. You had a special run-in at the end we'll get to when we start talking about it. Mm-hmm. It was a great opportunity for a lot of wrestlers. My favorite moment is fucking El Gran Americano coming out and singing. And the Mexican crowd was fucking behind him.
Mexico City was behind El Grande Americano.
You know what's funny? You ever seen that meme where there's this guy's walking around in a sombrero and a zarape, and white people and blacks and people in America are like, your cultural appropriation, that's not right. That's not right. You're blah 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 blah. And the guy's like, what? So he goes to assuming little Mexico in that city he's in, and he's like, hey man, what do you think about my outfit? And every fucking single Hispanic, real Mexican there was like, that's a fucking awesome outfit. That's nice. That's good. Where'd you get it from? There was no hate. And he's like, hey, is this offensive? And everyone's like, no. So that's how I see the Grand Americano. You want to say it's offensive, but the Mexican crowd can fucking cheer for it because they appreciate wrestling in a different way. It's pretty fucking awesome. And the other two came out. The other two Grand Americanos came out. Couldn't tell if it was Pete Dunne or Tyler Bate. Couldn't tell. It hit his hair well because he's not short anymore. So
who?
Isn't Tyler Bate Pete Dunne's hair long?
No, I think he cut it because I think on the last Bloodsport he came out. He had short hair. He cut the hair, so that's why it fit perfect. And what do you got going on?
Interesting. I did not know that. So
yeah.
Any other?
I'm trying to see here because you know what? I'm not in front of my desk and computer, so I'm trying to see if there's the mobile version of the SmackDownHotel.com.
Unofficial sponsors of Beyond the Ropes Pod. And while he's looking that up, do not forget to subscribe and like at Beyond the Ropes Pod on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts, and of course the socials at Beyond the Ropes Pod at Instagram and Facebook. And whenever we get to the point where we're smart enough to use TikTok or X, we'll do that. But it doesn't look like it's getting there anytime soon, so.
Damn!
I love it. I'm not seeing Triplemania on here, but I mean...
He can look it up. He's pulling it up from the unofficial sponsors.
Oh, that was June 15th. That was not the one. So they don't have it on our buddies here, but it doesn't mean we can't find it online.
You can find it probably on WWE.com. We'll give you at least the run card.
There we go.
I always wanted to do this one. having fun on another edition of Top Rope Tuesday. So.
That's right. So yes, WWE.com does have the results.
Nice.
It was shown on their YouTube. So kudos to them for actually utilizing that, because it was a good event that could have been put on Peacock. That could have been put on a pay-per-view kind of thing, a PLE, and they didn't. They put it on YouTube so everybody could watch, and it was awesome. It went worldwide on that. I'm pretty sure everyone overseas was watching on Netflix or however they show this stuff. But YouTube, you can't be YouTube, man. We're on YouTube. What's up?
We're on YouTube. And Beyond the Rope Spot.
That's right. So you did have the Copa Bardal match. That was their
What?
yeah, no shit.
That's the Royal Rumble or Battle Royal, right?
It was a Battle Royal, Royal Rumble-esque, but when I originally read the rules, it was saying that it was supposed to be the winner. I'm sorry, to eliminate you had a pin, but apparently they used the top rope, I guess, to make it easier.
I thought the last two had to pin.
So
the last two. It's everyone comes every 2-3 minutes. You get thrown over, and the last two competitors have to. Someone has to be pinned or submitted.
Okay, so
yeah.
Be it as it may, almost did win that. So
yeah. And did you see his little interaction with Microman?
Oh man,
He's like, "What? Who's hitting me?" He looks down, and the fucking little Microman. You know what? And kudos to WWE because they put Microman. Did you ever see those videos? Did you see online of that tranny who came out?
Yes.
And they showed the video of Nick Khan and fucking Triple H. Like they stood up, they came out, and they're like. And they sat down, and it doesn't soak in them. It's wrestling, right? There's characters. That's the whole point of wrestling. All these characters, and they're sitting down there watching, and
we
can't
here
tell
at
disgusting.
BTR do not condone the word tranny here on the pod because
What?
people, the tranny wrestler
What?
came out and made an appearance.
Here, I got one for you.
You fucking mark!
Because Trips and fucking Nick Khan were not impressed. They might not have been judging technically, but they were severely unimpressed because when I don't know the name of that wrestler, but they came in, they kissed a wrestler, he freaked out, threw himself on the floor, and then him and fucking Otis started having a little thing, and that person. I forget, I do forget because I give WWE a lot of credit, but I do forget that Mexican wrestling, sometimes they're all over the place and they never hit their fucking cues. And with this wrestler, you could tell because it was trying to do all these other things and it doesn't work. It was missing every single fucking spot.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking Otis had to wrangle him back in to kind of get adjusted and it still didn't work out. And then he ended up getting tossed over when Otis was carrying him or whatever.
Right. It doesn't come out right away if you're trying to look for it. So, okay. But apparently she is over there in Mexico because everybody knew who she was when the music came out, when she was waving to the crowd and everything and ran into the spots. Everybody knew who she was. So apparently that person's been wrestling for quite a while in Triple H.
Isn't it a very older wrestler too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
But I just found this funny clip that I thought about when I was thinking about Omos and Microman, and this is it right here.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
That was Microman. the numbers in height-wise did not match. I think Omos' dick was bigger than fucking Microman.
Hey, man. We're getting candid on the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we do.
Oh, don't forget, this show is brought to you by Smirnoff Ice.
Bitch.
There you go.
It'll get you drunk.
And that's exactly what Smirnoff Ice, red, white, and berry. This is a new flavor pack. It tastes like a bunch of popsicles. It's fucking delicious. I feel like that wrestler that came out that Triple H and Nick Khan weren't fond of. I feel like when I drink this, fancy.
Well, almost won that match. He did come out later too, so it was kind of a given. If he came out earlier, there would have been enough wrestlers to push him over.
Yeah.
Next match on that card, the Latin American Championship match, El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. versus El Mesías.
What?
And that was a pretty good match. Not gonna lie.
I never seen El Messias. I saw that Dr. Wagner Jr. a couple of pay-per-views ago, and that was good. And they're a good match.
Yes, it is.
I feel like they're. Me personally, I know Triplemania is their WrestleMania, right?
Right.
But I bet you they were extra nervous having the fucking brass there. Like, I guarantee you. I mean, we don't know 100%, but I guarantee you that those people were fighting for a spot.
Yep.
Because WWE is they're gonna invest in their product and they're gonna start bringing. They already brought Dom. They brought Kaiser. They brought Natty. They brought Lola Vise. They got Stephanie McQueen.
She wasn't there.
No. I'm saying like in the past. But what I'm saying is like these wrestlers, they have to put on a show because they know that they're gonna be replaced. Like look at fucking El Patron.
Oh yes.
Like he got replaced
real quick.
like that. So
it's rumor on the sheets in the dirt sheets, at least what I read recently, that Rey Mysterio is trying to help bring him back.
Did you like? We'll get into it here in a little bit after this match about this Conan introduction. Like it was a weird fucking Hall of Fame speech. Conan?
That was my restroom break, so I didn't.
It was fucking all over. Like he was fucking mad. Like he wasn't happy about being inducted. It was weird. It was very, very weird.
But I think it's just because it's Conan period, and he probably thinks that he's going to be, pushed aside or whatever. Because he's done a lot with Triplemania. He's done a lot with AAA. He's done a lot of things for them, with them, bringing in other stars, bringing in people from other companies to come and wrestle. Now that WWE's taking over, I guess he feels like he's going to be pushed out, and that's why. What happens when you get put in the Hall of Fame? You're not really shown on TV much anymore. When he ran a lot of the stuff over there, or was a big producer contributor over there, so who knows?
Maybe he just fucking feels like this is the end for him.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? And I just say it, that makes a lot more sense because I was like, why is he so angry? He inducted Rey Mysterio at the Hall of Fame, and now Rey Mysterio inducted him in AAA Hall of Fame. And when they were showing Conan highlights, I was like, man, this motherfucker was big. I forgot how big this motherfucker was. And he was a really popular guy. And then he was pissed off when he was giving his interview. I thought he was pissed off because everyone kept on chanting El Patron the whole time.
Could have been. But I mean, also at the same time, too, it's like maybe he's mad because he's not being inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame. And this is what he's going to get. It's just Triplemania. But I wouldn't. If you've done so much with them, you've done a lot to help them, why would you be upset about it?
Yeah, he probably thought he was like.
I'm better than you, and you know it.
He wasn't.
Pretty much. So yeah.
He might be.
Yeah, there you go.
That's coming. And sorry guys, I like to mess with this little El Gato, and I'm pressing all the fun buttons today.
He learned how to work the Steam Deck, so here we go.
Shut up, bitch!
Oh man! So winner of that match was and new campeón.
It was a good match. It was a good match. That was a
good match.
That's a good match for people like myself, maybe from the States that just don't know these people, and they put on a good showing. So. Yeah, it's good to watch.
And knowing that you have Corey Graves there with JBL, Conan not so much, but Conan's there.
He's so monotone. He's so monotone.
It's not that he's monotone; it's that he doesn't have the cues to hit or say or speak what's going on at the moment. It'd be more like he's describing, and he's like, it's like he wants to tell a story every time he talks, and he knows that he only gets like maybe 3 seconds to say, "Oh my God, he's getting off the ropes," and you know what? Maybe he's gonna do something else and say he wants to be like, "I remember this one time," and you can't do that.
Yeah, he's a play-by-play. Corey's a color commentator, and JBL is just for the heel.
JBL's the heat.
Yeah, JBL's the heat. I was surprised he was there. It was weird to me to see him there. And you could tell Corey Graves is like, he's trying to fucking jazz it up, and you could tell that he knows WWE way, obviously, right? He does everything for WWE, but he was fucking frustrated because I was getting frustrated. Like Conan's like, yeah, he thinks about it, but he's just there, man. He gets it done. I've known him for many years, and Corey Graves is like, oh my God, you didn't see that fucking sunset flip, and blah blah blah, and Conan's like. Yeah, and
it's like talking to your drunk uncle who's trying to tell you stories when there's something going on, like a fight going on in the parking lot and shit, or like across the street, and he's like, I remember that one time I got into a fight with these two guys, and it didn't go too well, and it just started spacing off.
You son of a bitch.
Exactly. But I shit you not, though, JBL did bring a lot of comedy to his heat that he brought for his commentary. Because son of a bitch, man, I was laughing at a lot of the shit he was saying, man.
He's fucking wild, and it's hard pressed to think that anyone tells JBL shit. That motherfucker's 6'8" fucking beast. So you might not look it, but I was watching videos of him fight like recently on YouTube on the throwback. What's it called? That channel. It's they're trying to push their old shit onto YouTube.
Okay.
It's a YouTube channel within WWE. It's called The Vault.
Okay.
The Vault, and I was watching the Acolytes.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
I was watching the Acolytes, and then when Farouk left, and then he was JBL, and he's fucking.
No, it wasn't the Acolytes. Well, it was the Acolytes before, but it was APA.
Yeah, Acolytes.
Acolyte
APA.
Protection Agency.
And then it was APA, and then he JBL, and I was watching some of his matches with Eddie, and he fucking gave Eddie that concussion. Probably killed him. That's probably did, So, but I was like, this motherfucker just fucking kills people.
I would have hit that button right there.
Finish him.
Even better. Next match on the list, and this was a good one. You know what? I'm gonna skip this one first because I want to go to this other one. The AAA Tag Team Championship Street Fight. Pagano and Psycho Clown versus Angel and Berto. And new champions, spoiler, Pagano and Psycho Clown. And it was meant to happen. I think Berto and Angel defended the belts well, even though they didn't really defend it too much. But it gave more eyes on the product when they would show it on SmackDown, when they were carrying them around. And I think by putting those two guys over, gives it more eyes on that product, so that way more wrestlers can come fighting for it. There were more tag teams in AAA, so kudos to them.
By proxy, having a AAA championship on WWE TV, it makes sense, right?
It does.
And that was a great fucking street fight, like the candlesticks with fucking barbed wire.
Yes.
The barbed wire they wrapped Umberto on, and then fucking did the Spanish fly on him. That was a fucking great one. Like, I thought for a second that they were gonna beat fucking Psycho Clown and Pagano.
Yep.
I thought they would did him, and then Psycho Clown fucking ripped his fucking mask face to have the under mask, and I was like, oh, he's fucking turning it up. He's hulking it up right now.
Hell yeah. But that was a good match. That was a good street fight. Here's one that a lot of people have been talking about. The 6-person tag match, which was Nino Hamburguesa, Mr. Iguana, and Lola Vice from NXT versus Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Raquel Rodriguez from the Judgment Day.
What?
And this was a banger of a match because they as much shit as people talk about Judgment Day, they still are a solid tag team, and any other person they bring in from the squad to fight can hold it down. Lola Vice, I'm still not bought on her. They just signed her to a contract or a newer contract. Because I think she was on the way out, but they re-signed Lola. They're at NXT. They're kind of giving her a push. Yeah, she's Hispanic descent, so yeah. She meshes well with the things that were going on in AAA, but do I buy what she's putting out? Me personally, no. I think she needs more time. She's still a bit greenish in the ring, even though she's got MMA background. I mean, not a lot, but more Taekwondo and all that kind of stuff. Or at least what Corey Grace was spouting out to everyone. Nino Hamburguesa was just there for comedy effect because he's just a comedy big dude. Mr. Iguana, though, that guy is just hella over. Him and his puppet on both WWE TV and over there in AAA. But that key moment was when Finn Balor was on the outside of the ring, came back up and had a AAA bag over his arm, and he picked it up and he had the demon against Iguana, and that was awesome. And it was so awesome, and people were clamoring for it so much that you better go to WWE shop.wwe.com right now to pick up your own Demonito puppet for $100.
Damn!
$100.
They are jumping on that shit to get people to buy that.
You fucking mark!
I want one.
You fucking mark.
I want one to go with my what belt
Ash?
is it? No.
Oh, the fucking red universal.
To put it with my.
Don't count me down, you piece of shit! Shut your mouth!
Especially because it has the I have the Finn Balor plates.
Mm-hmm. You can have it next to Ash.
Yeah,
People did.
True.
That was a good. They're letting Finn range out. You know, people are again online, and it's gonna be like, oh, they're for WWE. Why are they fucking doing this to a former IWGP champ? Why are you doing this for a former whatever is going on outside WWE? Finn Balor knows what he's fucking doing. He's making money, having fun.
Yes.
Like, how can you fucking hate on someone who's I think people forget because Finn Balor looks so young and so and well fit that he's an older dude. He's not fucking young. He's at his 40s, and he's doing this, and he wants to have as long a time as he can.
Think about it. Even AJ Styles, who was his former member, they were both in the Bullet Club together. I mean, he's already on his way out. He wants to go spend time with his kids and, you know, try to get back some of the years that he missed out and stuff. But you look at Balor. Balor doesn't have kids yet. He may be a daddy eventually. I mean, he just got married a couple years ago. So him and his wife.
His wife's a reporter.
Yeah,
reporter,
Spanish reporter, and she's teaching him Spanish because he's been coming out and talking a lot of Spanish too. So I mean, kudos to them, man.
Yeah.
But that was a hell of a match too. They Judgment Day did show out and they did come out on top. Yeah,
that was a good match. It was a good showing for Iguana Man, which they're putting a lot of stock into. They've been putting a lot of stock in him and Psycho Clown, who've been making the rounds in WWE television during the pay-per-views. Like you said, Hamburguesa Man, Comedy Relief, Lola Vice. You know, you have another Hispanic who's a good guy. You need someone. And she's over with a crowd in Mexico because she's done a couple of shows in AAA.
Yep.
So makes sense.
There you go. Next on the card, talking about the Hall of Fame. Reina's Championship triple threat match. So it was the Women's Championship on the line. Flammer versus Fabi Apache and Natty.
I can't fucking handle that fucking name, Flammer.
Go fuck yourself.
Jesus Christ, like, come on. And I'm a little upset because I felt like for real, you know, this Natty, Natalia has gotten over this character, Natty, the fucking hardcore aggressor who's come on GCW in bare knuckle fights and Josh Barnett's fucking bare knuckle fights. She's been doing AAA Bloodsport. She did Bloodsport and then she did AAA. And she debuts this character and it's getting over, and you can tell that they don't have any plans for Natty or Natalia in WWE, but she's a good hand, right? That's her whole point, to train these young women. And she knows that. She's trying to reinvent herself, but give her the fucking belt. Like, she could fucking boost it up. She's in the same era as Dom. Maybe not as high because Dom's right here right now, but like she's getting herself over doing NWA. GCW, now AAA. Like, give her a fucking title to roam around and fucking beat some bitches.
Why can she not be deserving of a US or IC title run? That's what that belt was made for. Women like that, just to put prestige to the belt and put a name on someone. And Natalia's the perfect person. If you're never going to give Natalia another run at the big championship, that's what that IC belt's for. That's what that US belt's for. And they're not doing it justice. Who's the U.S. Women's Champion right now?
Julia.
Where is she at?
She's fought once on TV.
Exactly.
No, none on pay-per-view. One time on TV.
And it's sad. I know they put that. they brought somebody back and put her with her as her mouthpiece or whatever. But I mean, it was. I'd rather see it on Zelina Vega because you see the championship on TV. It was better when Chelsea Green had it because she was defending it and making a big thing with it.
And Chelsea Green went to NXT, SmackDown, Raw, all the pay-per-views. Like, you need someone like that. And I think, like you said, Natalia could be that person. She has a tenure. She doesn't... You know that she's not great in the mic. And that's obviously why she probably didn't really get a big push. That's one of the biggest things in WWE. But she's such a badass, and everyone knows that she's a badass, that I thought she was going to beat Becky's ass last night.
Yeah.
For that IC title. Like, Becky's not deserving of it. You can put right now, because of the injuries and stuff, Becky can go to the main card right now, unfortunately. But she can get pushed to the main card. Let Bayley and Natalia fucking fight for that mid-card belt. at least on Raw, and then you have Chelsea Green and Mia Yim on fucking SmackDown trying to go for that U.S. title, like something like that. I think we're to a point where, at least in WWE, because they have such a good women's roster in NXT and the main roster, and now they have AAA. Like, it wouldn't be bad to have a women's TV show. Like, they have WoW or Stardom. Like, just one night, Thursday night, you know? That's the only day that's not going wrestling, technically, outside of the BTR.
Ha!
You know?
But
so,
you can push an hour show.
at least an hour, right? Like a Rampage.
Easy.
Old Rampage style. And the best part is you don't have to have a night of it. You film half of it during Raw, the other half on fucking SmackDown, and there's your fucking 1 hour show. Even if it's on fucking Twitter for a whole hour, or Facebook Live when they had the mix match. I like mix match. Put it on fucking YouTube.
Put it on YouTube. Hear us out, WWE. We need more women's wrestling.
Need more women's wrestling.
And you can showcase those titles on there also. If you're gonna showcase the main championships on your flagship shows, then showcase the mid card belts on that mid show that you're putting together there.
Yeah!
Hello, when Rampage was around, people still watched that because not only did it help because AEW was about their wins and losses, did it help put win records on some people that people didn't know, but it also showed a lot of up and comers that were trying to make their name too, and some of the matches were really good.
And not only that, but AEW did a good job about, they didn't do a lot of packages, but they would highlight what happened on Dynamite. And oh shit, before I watch Collision next time, even before Collision was a fucking show, like, oh shit, I missed fucking Dynamite. Oh shit, Chris Jericho lost the belt. Oh shit, like, WWE can do that with their women's wrestling, like wrestlers. Like, why the fuck not? Like, we're to the point where WWE wants to take everything over. They're about to fucking buy TNA, and we're teetering on it.
Yo,
like, let's just make a women's 1 hour fucking Thursday. I bet you fucking Reigns will boost because you'll still have the women on the main show, but you can spend a lot of time on the fucking side quests. All the other women coming back and just making a loop, and you get eyes on the product. Again, you do it like how you used to film Main Event, Velocity, Sunday Heat. It's just after or beginning of the shows, the way AEW does Ring of Honor right now. You can do it, not have to worry about touching your schedule, and you get more wrestling, and fans get more fucking show. You get to sell more merch and more belts. Who the fuck doesn't want to do that? WWE, everything we fucking buy, like WWE fucking got money out my ass. Like, look at this, I got the fucking Kurt Angle fucking belt there. Like, come on. So, I think I'm a little disappointed that Natty didn't win this one, but Flamer, stole the win technically.
Yep.
Flamer or whatever the fuck your name is.
What? Last on the card, the AAA Mega Championship Fatal 4-Way match, including El Hijo de Piquingo, who is the champ.
Woo!
Dragon Lee.
Yeah!
Mysterio.
What?
And El Grande Americano.
Damn!
And just, the entrances alone, it was a big match feel. It was a big time match feel because everybody had some kind of interest that they came out to, and it was awesome seeing it. But just the match alone, like,
did anyone stand out to you on this match?
I know Dragon Lee was pushing his best, so I mean, the kudos to him for bringing a good show. But I mean, Grande Americano was just, man, Grande was just doing his thing.
He was fucking manhandling everybody. I liked it. Him and Dom were going back and forth on beating Dragon Lee and Vikingo's ass. Like, they were like, no, fuck you. Boom, boom, boom. And he's like, no, fuck you. Boom, boom, boom. And they look at each other and they're like, boom.
Yep. Exactly.
So, I like that match. I thought it was a good showing for Dom. It was a great showing for Dom. A better showing for Grande and Dragon Lee. Everyone hates Vikingo because, again, we talked about it earlier. No one wanted to see El Patron, Alberto Del Rio, lose the belt. But because WWE bought him, they kind of flipped the belt on him quick. Because if you watch it, you can hear him fucking every time he did something, they booed his ass.
When he was coming out in the very beginning, before he walked out to the stage, he was in the back, and they showed him with his big long cape and everything. The crowd
erupted,
immediately booed. And then they show him getting the rub from Rey Mysterio. They still booed. They show him getting the rub from his dad. They still booed. And then he came out, and the boos got even bigger. And it's sad because he's a great wrestler. He's a great wrestler, but just, I mean, what can you do when you get put in that position where it's like, hey man, here's the belt because we don't want that other guy to have it. I was like, well, I mean, let me earn it. Let me work at it.
Don't count me down, you piece of shit! Shut your mouth!
And that's you know, and like we said, like obviously WWE coming in, there's a history of Alberto Del Rio, and he was blackballed for wrestling from a long time, and he finally found his fucking home in AAA. He was a fucking champion. He was a mega champion. He finds out that WWE is buying him out, and I think in reality, everyone and himself saw that little glimmer of hope, like I might be back on fucking WWE TV. They might have forgiven me enough. Fucking Soraya Page, whatever her name is, whatever she's going to do, it's not part of the company. Enough time has passed. It's been like 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Enough time has passed. Yes, that was a toxic relationship. We've seen all kinds of people toxic and still wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And then he found out real quick. They're like, we don't want you to have our belt. We own this fucking company. You're gonna fucking give that belt up. And then the last month he had that championship, he didn't give a fuck. He was saying fucking redunculous shit. He was on fucking Spanish daytime talk shows, fucking beating everyone's ass, beating fucking Vikingo's dad's ass, and people were cheering him.
Yeah.
He had that carrying cross kind of heat, like, oh fuck this, fuck it, let him do his fucking thing. They're gonna fuck him over anyway.
Yep.
So you know, well, and unfortunately, Vikingo retains.
Only because we had some help from the outside, and that help ended up being AJ Styles messing it up for Dirty Dom.
You son of a bitch!
Exactly. He came out and gave him the Styles Clash. The ref was pulled out. He gave him a Styles Clash. He went out and got the ref, threw him back in. Vikingo did the 630, that double spin, popped him 1, 2, 3, and he retained the championship. And the crowd booed the shit out of him.
I thought it was CM Punk because we had just talked about that Straightest Society fucking mask, and the mask that AJ Styles was wearing looked like a fucking that Straightest Society one, but it was just a little question mark and whatever. And
that was the one that was Dom, it's like an extra mask Dom had because the one that Dom wears is his grandpa's mask.
Okay.
Rey Mysterio.
Nice.
So he just had another one of those masks wearing it also. So. Oh yeah, that was a hell of a pay-per-view. AAA, like WWE was able to add their spice to what AAA was already doing, so it made it both enjoyable not only just for the Hispanic Mexican crowd that was there, but for everyone that got to watch it on YouTube, on TV.
And the best part, it was entertaining. They had good matches. They had filler just like any other fucking pay-per-view would, and they got major eyes on essentially AAA's WrestleMania through YouTube. I know when I linked up, at the moment there was 400,000 people watching at the time.
Oh yeah,
that's a lot of fucking people for AAA. You might not say the same thing if it was a WWE match or whatever, or AEW, a couple million, hopefully. But for AAA, for most of the people who don't know, you're just kind of, oh shit, they're in WWE's. It's in Mexico. They bought them. What? Like what the fuck? Like that's pretty badass. So.
You're getting a lot of casual eyes on a product that people didn't know about, even though it's been around for a long time. And
it just continues, and they end up getting that fucking Peacock deal. Like you prepare them, and then I said it earlier, I kind of blurted it out. WWE possibly buying TNA.
Yep.
If they end up in a Peacock also, and Peacock stays in the wrestling realm and has a good relationship with WWE because WWE owns those properties.
It may not be Peacock, it may be CW. They were talking about
but they have a streaming service?
Who? CW?
Yeah.
CW has a streaming service. They have their own app. You can watch CW programming on their own app.
No shit.
Yes. Like
$9.99?
For a good while. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't look it up. Well, I don't remember the price because I looked it up a while back trying to find out old episodes of The Flash and Green Arrow and stuff, and they didn't have it at the time. I think they had Smallville and what was that one? That high school one? I can't remember the high school one. It was like
Vampire Diaries?
No, the readaptation of the Archie one that they were doing. The Archie comics. Riverdale. Yeah, they had that
on Family Guy.
There you go. Yeah, yes, they did. But they had Riverdale episodes on there and stuff like that. But CW has an app, so I'm pretty sure you can go through that app and watch some of the stuff they have for NXT because NXT is on CW, but they're talking about putting. The rumor is they're putting TNA once the buyout happens. TNA will go to the CW and be put on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock
to counter AEW.
to have more WWE-esque TV to counter against AEW.
You know, WWE just likes to fucking tell AEW.
Go fuck yourself.
Because we talked about this last week. AEW, they're not their competition in reality. Like if you're talking about sports, WWE's up 100 fucking points.
Yeah.
And AEW is fucking playing their own sport. They're doing their own fucking thing. It's fine. And WWE's like, nah, I want your ball. I want that ball too. And I don't understand why. But I get it. Business wise, I guess you want to control what people talk about. But like it's unnecessary because if you remember back when there was competition for WWE and Vince McMahon was at the helm, after he bought out WCW and ECW, there was a lull in wrestling because there was no fucking competition to make people work harder for better stories and for better matches. It just wasn't a thing because you're like, oh, there's TNA, that's the fucking indie. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's cool, but I'm fucking Booker T. Whoever, I'm fucking Stone Cold. Like, I'm fucking fine. I don't need to worry about this. And WWE didn't try, and those fucking years of wrestling was fucking hard to watch, right? Because you just came off of the Attitude Era that fucking tore the walls down. Invasion could have been better, but it was nice to see ECW, WCW guys. But the way they played it off, like the way the story, they just started.
They didn't have the right stories.
Yeah,
and they didn't have the right writers to write for all these people that were coming in. They didn't know how to debut or push what was going on for it to be something fanatical or phenomenal. And for the fact that happened, it's like, well,
dude,
what the fuck?
Buff Bagwell came out in one match, fucked up with fucking Booker T, and they fucking fired his ass. Like, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah. They also forgot a lot of the people they picked up from WCW couldn't wrestle for shit.
That too.
They couldn't wrestle for shit. They couldn't wrestle their way out of a fucking paper bag. And it sucks to say that because it's not their technique and their skills. They just didn't have the proper TV show kind of wrestling. Because what was going on in WCW at the time, if you watched the last, I don't know, let's just say 2 months of their wrestling, if it wasn't NWO related, whatever else was going on was just a catastrophe. It was hard to watch.
If you weren't part of the cruiserweights and you weren't NWO, you're fucked. Like,
yeah.
that was just, there was no ifs or buts. There was nothing around it. It was, you're either part of it or you're not, and it sucks, right?
So we can easily say what Ruthless Aggression came around, what, 05, 06?
05.
So those years from late 01 to like early 05 was just hard, dude.
And I remember them fucking, like, they're doing behind the scenes, and they asked Vince McMahon, like, what do you think's going on? Like, there's a low, and his initial answer was corporate. He's like, well, you know, our big stars, The Rock's on TV and movies. Stone Cold retired, he's hurt. Shawn Michaels is retired, he's kind of hurt. You know, he's in and out. You have older veterans who aren't fucking making the way for like the new stars like John Cena, Batista. They weren't making those rounds because right at the moment you had Ric Flair, Triple H, HBK, the Dudleys, all these older teams who were just fucking taking the spots.
Mm-hmm. And
what happened? There's no competition, so you're not trying extra hard to fucking beat so and so because they're beating you in the ratings. Your fucking product sucks, and I feel like that's what's gonna. W's gonna buy up all these fucking products, and they're not gonna fucking push themselves because they're gonna own everybody. And you're like, okay, well, where do we fucking go? What do I do with my hands?
Mm-hmm.
What do I do with my hands? Like, okay, we'll have a nice uptick because they're gonna own every aspect of wrestling, but at some point you're gonna get fucking bored. It happens. It's just wrestling, and there's always a swell and a decline. Mm-hmm. And right now, this is the hottest. I can honestly say, living through the Attitude Era, I don't know how you feel about it, that this is the biggest swell of fucking people fucking love wrestling, and wrestling's on every fucking day.
This is another coming because the last time this happened was 2009, 10, 11. There was your swell again. Because remember, after Attitude Era, it went down. Ruthless Aggression Era started kind of making people start looking at it because they cut a lot of the fat. They cut a lot of the unneeded wrestlers, and they're like, okay, so this is what I'm left with. I need to make this shit work now. So now let's get some of these up and comers that we have that are coming out of the OVW and start putting them against some of the main people that are still kind of holding the show up with their shoulders and struggling to hold it. And that's where you got Cena, Orton, Batista, Lesnar. That's where all that shit came in to start pushing everything. So give it some time for them to create their characters, push along their stories. Once we started getting 2009, 2010, 11, that's when you started really getting another wave of phenomenal heat. You had CM Punk fighting with Cena for the belt to take it home. I was with 13,
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero for a good hot minute before he passed. You had other matches that really just,
Rey Mysterio came and debuted 2012. Like, it was 2012. Rey Mysterio debuted. Shawn Michaels came back to wrestling, and he had a big fucking program with Triple H and then Chris Jericho. Brock Lesnar made his debut. Like, that was, you're right. That was the upswell, and then it went. What happened? No wrestling, no competition.
No, they were doing fine for a while because TNA was starting to come up and take a lot of the trash that WWE got rid of, and their product kind of built up a bit. WWE was on their swell. It kind of started going down a little bit when TNA was getting more popularity because Hogan came in, but that was 08, 09. And then they were at a high, and then they fell down while they were at a high. But what really messed up the whole industry was COVID. COVID shut down. But remember, 2019, AEW started. They started doing their thing. Well, New Japan was getting a lot of noise, and then AEW started, and then they kind of came up on the up because WWE was getting bored again. And then here comes AEW, and then we're stuck in the fucking era where everyone's fucking fucked. And then AEW started rising, and WWE's like, no, we got to do something better. And then you got the what was the name of that one with all the TV screens?
Thunderdome.
The Thunderdome, and then after that,
Thunderdome era. You had Thunderdome. Yeah,
and then after that, then we actually started to get back to live wrestling where people could be in, capacity stadiums again. And then, here we are.
Here we are, and now we're in this uptick. I just hope that WWE fucking sees the writing on the wall. Like, I get it. Like, you're fucking so money hungry for multiple reasons, right? That's what wrestling's about, making money.
Yeah.
And we're not even in the wrestling business other than podcasting about it. And that's what the business is about. But, like, you need the healthy competition. Like, you need people to fight with. Even if you don't talk about each other, it's just, if you're a real wrestling fan or in the business, you have to watch what's going on, what everyone else is doing, because you want to make sure, one, you don't copy them, or you make whatever they're doing better. How many times have we seen AEW copy WWE's homework, and how many times have we seen WWE copy AEW's homework?
Plenty.
It's wrestling, right? There's David and Goliath. There's your fucking story.
Yep.
And that story is as old as the fucking Bible. So goddamn, come on, man.
Yeah.
So,
little guy versus big guy.
Yeah. Bad versus good.
Yep.
That's another fucking story. Jesus, the devil versus God. Right? Yep. It's just as old as the fucking Bible, or whatever, the Torah, or whatever you want to fucking believe in. It's just.
I was all Punk versus The Rock.
There you go. Right? You don't have arms long enough
to box with God.
Did you buy that CM Punk belt after all?
No, I'm trying to find it because
it's online. It was on. It's on Facebook Marketplace for $800, which isn't bad. It's not $1,500. It's not $1,200. It's $800 right now.
Yeah, because when it came out, it was $6.
It was $6. Yeah, so you're giving someone $200. They're probably, with taxes, they're only making an extra $100. So it's not crazy.
Yeah.
So
I still need that Punk though.
You need that Punk. I'm surprised you didn't get it when it came out. It was out for a little bit. It was out for long enough for at least a pay period. But I get it. Like, it's a lot of money to spend on a fucking belt, right?
Yeah, tell me about it.
That's stupid shit. As I look behind me.
Yeah. As I stare into the gaze behind my fucking face, and I see all the metal on the wall, all the leather and metal on the wall.
All the metal that fucking I should buy.
As I look at all the fake leather and plastic that are hanging on the wall.
Fuck you. Real
fake.
Real
fake.
Is this fake? Is wrestling fake? Huh? Is wrestling fake?
It is, but your belts are fake.
Don't tell me down, you piece of shit! Shut your mouth!
There you go.
But
down.
Is there anything else that went on in the news that you saw?
Nothing yet. I know everyone's moving forward to the next pay-per-views. We have this coming weekend on Sunday, noon Central Time, so it'll be 1 p.m. Eastern, AEW's Forbidden Door event. So that's coming up. And then we also have the following weekend, Labor Day weekend, we have Clash in Paris, which also happens at
Noon
or
one
1 o'clock our time.
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock Central. And that's happening in France.
Mm-hmm.
And John Cena this Friday is going to be in
Scotland.
Glasgow, Scotland. So you already know you're going to see
Drew
McIntyre out there.
Let me ask you, he has 7 more appearances.
I read 9.
We talked about it. This is the past 2 already. That's 8 and 9.
Okay, cool.
After SummerSlam, that was 8. And the one he made last Friday was 9. Let me ask you this. He has 7 more official matches, right? Or appearances. Mm-hmm. Not even matches. He's fought Punk. He's fought Cody twice.
You trying to tell me who's next? Goldberg?
Right now. We know some of his best feuds. He's about to fight Brock Lesnar. Apparently, they're moving it around to fuck over AEW. So that's not gonna happen. He's fighting Logan Paul at Clash of the Castle or Clash of Paris. Let me ask you a question. Why the fuck hasn't he fought The Miz? That's one of his other greatest rivalries, because his other best rivalry was against Edge, and that ain't happening. Why the fuck isn't he fighting The Miz? And now that he's good, why the fuck is he fighting The Miz? He fought fucking R-Truth twice.
And maybe something that might happen after Logan Paul, but it also depends on where it falls, because if we have the pop-up September PLE against Lesnar, that only leaves October, November, December. So
Survivor Series, right?
We have October. That's not really slated for much. So
you said he might fight Brock that time, no?
September is Brock.
Okay, September's Brock.
Dirt sheets are saying PLE on the same time as All Out Canada, and to counteract that is Lesnar versus Cena. So that's September.
So to ruin Edge's fucking possible final match.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So October, November, December, last 3 months, less than a handful of appearances.
Less than a handful. And he might not fight all of them. That's a crazy thing. His last time in Boston might just be a celebration. It might not even be a match.
No, everybody goes out.
He might have gone out before, and they might just celebrate him.
Everybody. Hello, they just had fucking.
For the holidays. For the holidays.
Goldberg lost.
Yeah.
On his way out. Come on.
Yes.
They're gonna do the same to Cena. They've never changed that. The only one that does it different is AEW. But they went out on a win with a belt.
But this is it. This is the difference. I could say that about everyone else. Undertaker didn't get a fucking farewell match. He really didn't.
He did.
He really didn't.
AJ Styles.
He really didn't.
Yes,
I mean, that was a COVID match. It could have been better, right? Let's be realistic. But what I'm saying is,
he keeps making appearances, so it doesn't matter.
But what I'm saying is, that's everyone. This is John Cena, homegrown, 17 times. I'm almost positive that it doesn't matter if he wins or loses his last match. I feel like the last appearance will just solely be a celebration of John Cena. Like, because it's in Boston. He could lose it, absolutely, and he might take that L at the end, but why would he fight his last match? I feel like they would WWE now, right now, not Vince McMahon WWE. WWE now might just celebrate him and not make him fight his last match in December. So if he fights Brock, and he has 6 more times, he fights Brock, and at least 2 of those are just appearances, does he fight The Miz? My suggestion is, whether it's the last time he's appeared or maybe the second to the last time where he fights, he goes through a gauntlet. He goes through a gauntlet and fights the greatest hits. The Miz, Braun Breaker, new up-and-comers, and old vets. So he can give the rub to some and fucking get over. He still has to fight Roman Reigns. He can fight Roman Reigns. Like, when is this going to happen? Is it going to happen? Who's he going to fucking fight? Outside of Brock Lesnar and Logan Paul that we know about right now. Do you have any thoughts?
He can give the rub to LA Knight. He can give... I don't see him giving a rub to Miz, but he can give it to Melo.
That's what I was thinking. A gauntlet makes sense. So all these people can come out, get a move in. John Cena pins him next one, and then maybe this is his last match, and he loses to somebody, and it could be Braun Breaker, could be Gunther.
But remember, he's on SmackDown, so it would have to be a SmackDown.
But it's John Cena. He's been on fucking Raw too. So that's what I'm saying. Like this. We can talk about anyone else, but it's John Cena, 17 times. I think WWE is going to give him as much leeway as he wants.
Putting too much into what's going on.
I don't think so. I think that they're going to give. I would like him to see him go through a gauntlet, so he can knock out as many people on the list.
It won't happen.
I doubt it will, but I would like to see that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who his last match would be. He has to fight Gunther or Braun Breaker at some point to give them the rope because they're the next up and comers technically.
Mm-hmm.
And Braun Breaker's younger than fucking Gunther, so it might be Braun Breaker, but I don't know. I'm just speculating.
I don't see it happening.
So what do you see happening? Give me your hot take on what you think would happen.
I don't have much of a hot take yet because I don't know where it's going. I want to get a feel of what they're trying to do. If you put the pin on my hand, you put some of your old school rivalries, like you're saying, put the Miz in there, whatever. But you need someone else that's going to need that rub. The Braun Breaker doesn't need that rub. He's pretty much getting in there with Seth Rollins. Gunther don't need a rub. He's already had he's a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion. He's had the IC belt forever. He made his own fucking rub. He was King of the Ring. You got to give it to somebody else, man.
So who?
I don't know.
Who's the next person that come up?
I don't know yet.
And you won't know. We have 3 months. It's about to be September in a week.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 months. You have to have seen enough, dude. You have to have seen 3 months. You've watched wrestling plenty of times. You know he's fighting Brock Lesnar. You know he's fighting Logan Paul. And he has 4 or 5 more appearances after that, if you include those. What the fuck happens? Because it could be just an appearance and not a fight. Like he might go to Glasgow and just make an appearance, just like he did in San Antonio. He got beat up, but he didn't fucking fight.
No, and that's fine. But he's gonna go out with a match and he's gonna lose.
You think he's gonna lose?
Testify.
Think he's gonna lose? Yeah. Because of WWE, or because the only person who's ever not lost is Sting. That's the only person.
And it wasn't in WWE.
It was in WWE.
Testify. He's gonna lose.
I'm sure. I don't think he fights his last night. I think they celebrate him in matches.
They can celebrate him another night. They can bring him out another night and celebrate him. They're going to celebrate him in the Hall of Fame when he's first ballot Hall of Fame for 2026. But I don't see him fucking not fighting a match on his last fucking.
You think he fights a match, whether he wins or loses? You think he's going to fight a match?
His last appearance will be a match. It's his final match. It's going to be a Saturday night main event, and he's going to lose.
I'm going to go the route of they're going to celebrate him, and he's not going to fight. I think someone will jump him, but I don't think he's going to fight a match.
So you think they're going to jump him? He's going to give him the AA and all that good
stuff.
Give him
the fucking greatest hits, no match, just boom, boom, boom.
If he is a fighting champion, like the way he says
he's not a champion though, so there you go.
He's still champion spirit, 17 times. He's going to fight and he's going to lose.
What did it say? Never seen 17.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I don't think you're ever gonna see him fight again, buddy.
I think so.
You think so? I don't know.
He will continue to fight until his last appearance, and that's it. After that, you'll see him in there, and it's just him just fucking hanging out, him just playing to the crowd, panning to the crowd.
Greatest
he won't be wrestling
situation, yeah. Mm-hmm. Someone comes and attacks him, he gives an AA, and that's it.
Yeah.
Or the FU.
Yeah. But even then, I probably won't even come to that. I don't think he'll be putting hands on people anymore. He just comes to make appearances.
I agree.
They're in a suit. He won't even be in the George.
He'll be in the GM mode.
Mm-hmm. He'll just be there in his fucking suit and shit. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yep.
We have 2 different takes on what the fuck's
plenty to see, man. That's why you gotta fucking watch, because we don't know. We're just assuming. We're just guessing.
There's a lot of assumption.
We're just guessing, and it's gonna be nice to see once they fucking cultivate and put it all together. So stay fucking tuned, because I know we will be.
Stay tuned, because it might be. enough though.
It took long enough.
It took a
I would
lot
love
of
to
build-up.
see. I would love to see Bobby Roode come out and fight fucking Cena.
Little H.
Mm-hmm.
If he didn't get hurt, I thought his run could have been a lot better.
A lot fucking better, but
He was having a nice run with Dolph Ziggler, the Dirty Dogs, and then he got hurt, and then he got hurt more trying to rehab, and then he just called it quits. He didn't even get a last match, which sucks. But that's the wrestling business.
it is what it is.
Liv Morgan ain't coming back anytime soon. You have who's hurt right now in the men? Kevin Owens,
Mm-hmm.
Rey Mysterio.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Roman Reigns hurt. He's sick.
He just made an appearance on Raw.
That's true.
Yeah, he did a spear back to Braun Baker.
Did he? I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
So you had those two out. Cena's on his end. AJ's in his end.
AJ's end will probably be WrestleMania.
Probably WrestleMania, right? And then the women, you have. Who else is hurt? Naomi just gave up his fucking title because she's pregnant.
Prego.
I think that's it. And Liv Morgan's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it for now, right? At least in the WWE.
Could be missing some.
WWE. Stupid thing. I can edit that.
But yeah,
Uh-huh.
we got a lot to watch and a lot to see. So all we can do is stay tuned. And if you're smart, just like we are, you're gonna keep watching because there's gonna be a lot to come. There's a lot to come.
There's a lot of wrestling to come, but
Football's coming up and it's gonna get good.
yeah, that's right. But make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Go ahead and hit a phenomenal forearm. Talking about AJ Styles or an FU, whatever you want to hit. Go ahead and hit it. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe so you can get notified whenever we drop a new episode like this one here. And of course, live every Thursday night. You can catch it on Twitch, Spotify, YouTube, and all the socials at Beyond the Ropes Pod.
For Top Rope Tuesday on Retro Relapse, this is Randizzle.
I have this Steam Deck, and I'm going to hit this button.
Goodbye, mwah, and good night,